Hey everybody, and welcome back. You're hearing my voice by myself today because unfortunately we had a bit of a technical difficulty. We lost the audio for this particular episode, so I'm going to give it to you all in a nutshell. I'm going to be commentating and kind of give you the abridged version of it because me and the Hatter can't be here together today to do this, and there was a lot of pain in this episode. Oh, there's that guy. So we were standing on the bridge and we had our avatar wave hello to you all as we fought this intrepid young hunter, and he was strong, and we died very quickly, as you can clearly see. So we're gonna try it again. Oh, and we noticed that somebody was down there fighting him. And as we were sitting there, we were like, oh my goodness, who is this? And we find out that it's the masked doctor. The masked lady doctor who was fighting this guy and was helping out. She was actually really strong, holding her own against this enemy. And then we had half of our life taken away like we did before. We had to regroup. We had to fall back. And then we're back in the fray. We're back in the fray with our lady warrior, and we were victorious. Oh, our prey was slain. But it didn't give that message this time because it was a joint duel battle, and we got the heir. I believe it's the talisman. And then we had to find where our blood echoes were, and we got them back, and that was wonderful. So we go over and talk to our lady friend now.
That wasn't necessary of you, but you have my thanks. We made it with our lives. You're not bad at all. You must have killed Gascoigne as well, then. He was falling apart, I'm sure it had to be done. But try to keep your hands clean. A hunter should hunt beasts. Leave the hunting of hunters to me.
Right. So yeah, she tells us all that hunters should hunt beasts. We get the approval stance. We talk to her one more time, and she says we're not half bad, but she was absolutely fantastic waging war with that thing all on her own. So we tried to go through this waypoint, and unfortunately, because this was going on, this NPC was here, it shut the waypoint down. So we said, all right. So now we are storming the cathedral, I believe it is, racing up the stairs to the cathedral to fight the very next boss and the final boss in this area, who is very cool, and we had a lot of problems with her. My goodness. The issues we had made us cry blood tears. But we're coming up the cathedral, and we hadn't opened the door yet, and we raced past one. And we're here, and we're racing, and it's tense because we didn't kill him. And oh god, he's there. And he stuck his thing through our chest. And he swiped again. And oh my goodness, did we do it? Did we do it? Did we time right? And we did. Yay! All right. And then we're looking back, and we're saying, nope, they can't quite cross that invisible barrier, which is sweet because we don't need any of that in our lives right now. We don't need to go into a frenzy, so we're ready. We're we're looking at the Cthulhu-like statues, giving you a view of the decor, however you pronounce it. And we have this wonderful, wonderful gothic atmospheric scene. We're approaching cautiously because we don't know, they don't have mist here in this game, so we don't know where the boss is going to pop out. But we see that lone figure in the distance. Looks like she's praying at an altar. We don't want to interrupt her prayers. That's kind of rude, But we gotta do what we gotta do. So, as we cautiously approach her, we're ready.
And I'm spreading to you.
It's so solemn. Gosh, your knees have to hurt on that concrete floor. It's terrible. That's what we were doing when we realized the audio was just lost. But there's a seemingly important talisman, near and dear to her heart. And there she goes. still clutching the talisman. Very precious to her indeed. And we made a note, why are all the bosses in this game, the main bosses, I guess these are called the old ones, so hairy? Sprout a lot of hair. And they have antlers. It doesn't make sense. So we're in it. We're in it to win it. This is the first time that we are fighting this boss. And it seemed like it was going to be a decent fight, because we took down the other, you've seen, we took down the other enemies with relative ease. But this boss is big. This boss is fast. This boss has a large range as far as her attacks are concerned. She jumps all over the place. Her swipes are vicious, and she just has great short range attacks, great long range attacks. That did absolutely nothing, and she is just taking our health down chunk by chunk. Oh man, this boss is crazy, and we had a lot of angst. We had a lot of angst fighting this particular, and we died. You see how quickly we died? That wasn't even a challenge for her. So, we're back again. We're fighting, and dodging, and rolling. And look, we thought we had found a weak spot. Like, yes, we could probably do a visceral attack if we hit her hand. It's the hand of the talisman. And look, we got half of her health down. We're doing good, right? She doesn't even use her left hand now. That's clutching the talisman. Oh crap. Oh crap, her health is coming back. That was the feeling of dread we had, because we didn't know how many times she was going to do this, and she killed us again. You know, as soon as we got her down to 50%, she pulled out a new trick. So, you know, and we're back. And we figured, we have a cannon. Why don't we use our cannon? We can shoot her hands, and we're going to do well. We're going to do well. So we figured, let's go at it. You know, what could she possibly do? Right? Right? So, we're in it, and we got it down, and the cannon fire did little to nothing. But somehow we hit another weak point on her other hand. Right? Doesn't make sense, but we were like, cool, maybe her hands are a weak point, and she can come down for a visceral attack with her hands. Just gotta hit one of her hands. Should be simple, right? Man. But, and at this point in fights, we're trying to figure out how to beat her and we die. Trying to figure out how to beat her to the best of our ability. We're trying to figure out, we're looking up strategies, and we're on the stairs now, and we're trying to get back up to where she was, because every time we died, they took us back to the cathedral, and it was a journey to get back here. But we figured, you know what, we're going to storm the castle from the front entrance, because we're strong enough to do that. And we're like, you know, we want to conserve all of our energy and all of our blood vials. We'll figure out something. And a basic enemy from outside killed us. Not very basic, it's New Game Plus Plus, but he killed us, and we lost all 999 plus thousand blood souls that we had just gotten. So we're back. We're like, we have nothing to lose. We have nothing to lose, right? And he hit us. And things just went from bad to worse. Things just progressively went from bad to worse. And we're like, okay, all right. We're starting off. We're a little bit behind. Let's try and get somebody to come and help us with a beckoning bell. We heard that that was a thing that you can do, and we're waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and then we're like, well, you know, maybe it's us. Maybe it's us. We're waiting inside this cathedral, and perhaps they can't get the signal. Perhaps we don't get good signal in here, so we may want to turn around and go and try and go outside. Maybe one of the phone towers outside, because all this stone and all these Cthulhu-like statues are blocking it. Let's go outside and see if our beckoning call can be carried through the city, so we can get the support of our friends and our allies, because we made friends such far. And, you know, we talked to a lot of great people, and we helped that lady kill the guy, and then we realized no one's coming to help. We're going to have to shoulder the burden of this fight on our own shoulders. Excuse me. And once that settled in, we had to get our resolve together and face this beast. Because what's the worst she could do, right? What's the worst that could possibly happen? And we're here. We got her. We got almost a third of her life now. We're doing good. We're doing good. Oh my goodness. And we had such hope. This is like the 7th time we fought this boss. And we're taking chunks out. We still got 6 vials. You know, it's kind of a thing. It's kind of a thing that's happening. We're doing well, I believe. She's dodging. And we figured out how to dodge her blast. And we're smooth. We hit her in the face. You know, we thought that was going to give us a visceral attack. But it didn't. So, we're dodging. And we're bobbing. And we're weaving. And she got us. But, we died again. Oh. And it's just like, we just can't figure it out. We can't. We just can't figure that boss out. So, that was basically, in a nutshell, we just condensed 50 minutes of gameplay down into the brief 11 minutes. Unfortunately, you didn't get to hear the same wit and humor that you would hear from me and the Hatter at the same time, but it was a lot of I can't believe, and she just ravaged us completely. She ravaged us. The people on the stairs ravaged us. I think at one point we accidentally killed ourselves. It was just a bad day. It was a bad day, but we're going to come back in the next episodes. They're going to be fully voiced because we checked those in the editing process, so that should be phenomenal. We do apologize that we lost the footage from this episode before, but fear not, because we will return and we will have the same commentary that you all know and love. So thank you so much for joining us. On behalf of the Mad Hatter, I am Shade, and we will all see you in the next video. Bye-bye.